Well, hey everybody. Today on Adventures with Ada, we are in Bath, North Carolina. It's a small town. It's a very small town. Actually like only 14 acres, but it's the oldest town in North Carolina. There's Ada sitting out on a dock. It's a free dock here in Bath. That's why we're here. We like free docks. So we'll give you a little tour around the town. Well, right across the street from Ada is, well, First Public Library. Well, it's the sign of the First Public Library. And if we cruise down the streets of Bath, it is lined with quaint little houses, lots of them old. Kind of a newer golf cart. That's a little house. Maybe we could afford that one. This town is not cheap, although at one point we thought we would like to live right around here until we found Swansboro. First Post Road. You can pause the video and read that. I wasn't pausing my scooter. We're just kind of zooming down the road here along the waterfront out to the end. Then I'll tell you what Bath is really known for. Well, this is one of the things that Bath is noted for, is the fact that Edward Teach, otherwise known as Blackbeard, lived here. He did live here. I believe his treasures are here, somewhere buried around this town. This town is a beautiful natural harbor. Blackbeard lived here, I don't know, 1718, 1717. At any rate, he got married here, had a wife and I believe a child named Elizabeth. That's not why everything around here is named Elizabeth, but he named his daughter Elizabeth, or his wife Mary named their daughter Elizabeth. But Blackbeard lived here. He didn't die here though. He died out in Ocracoke Island. That's a few miles east of here, and about 20 knots of breeze windier than here. Well, it doesn't take you very long to cruise around the town. There are historic signs sort of everywhere you go. Black African Methodist Episcopal Zion Church apparently stood on these grounds in the harbor. I'm going to guess that's the bell from the church. Heading off in that direction, you sort of head out of town. It's really not that big here. There doesn't seem to be any road other than the main road. That's more than a couple hundred yards long, but they do want you to stay slow. Watch out for those kids and pets at play. You have a golf cart, it needs to be licensed in this town. You can't just ride it around willy-nilly like you could on Emerald Isle. Now we find ourselves at St. Thomas Church, oldest church building in the state of North Carolina. It's a cute little building, surrounded by a cemetery. I bet those people were once cute little people. 'Tis the season for beautiful trees. I thought this sign here had something to do with the beautiful tree, but just about a guy named John Garcia. Whatever he did it here. And literally 15 feet away, you find out about Alexander Stewart. Kind of wonder which guy is more important, this guy or that guy right over there. On either side of a nice church. There are the houses, cute little houses again. Ada's parked right over there. We're not too far away. Here's the Palmer Marsh house, just really across the road from where Ada's docked. It's a beautiful house. It's an old house. I'll let you Google it rather than spend time looking at that sign, but it's right here, and head right down there's the, well, basically the only crossroads in town, right by the Blackbeard Tavern. There's a cute little store on the corner here. They sell those kinds of things, yard art and stuff. And over on this corner is Blackbeard's Tavern. We went there yesterday for dinner. Not that impressive. Didn't see any signs of Blackbeard, but I guess a lot of things around here can be called Blackbeard because he lived here. Got to wonder how a notorious pirate like Blackbeard could take up residence in a town on land and not be in trouble, but he was like really good friends with the governor of North Carolina, Governor Eden, so I think he had a lot of latitude. Got away with a lot of stuff here in Bath. This whole video is really just kind of what's written here on these signs, interpreted in my own words. I just saw these signs, figured I'd stop and take a picture of them. Yeah, Blackbeard lived here. Didn't die here. Charles Eden, I guess, was friends with him for a while, but I think Charles Eden had him killed. Maybe something happened in their relationship. Guess you shouldn't be friends with pirates forever. When you cross over Main Street to the north side of town, some nice waterfront houses here, but you sort of get to the end of town proper and you just run into private residences. And I guess, how do you know that it's a private residence? A very private residence? A residence where they want to be very private? Well, they certainly advertise it just like that. Here's an interesting little, well, sort of pedestrian park here. It's got some little places to stop. Usually they have, you know, places to exercise and stuff to keep you healthy, but here in Bath they have, well, they have a knot tying board. Right here you can practice some of the more popular knots. I don't know most of them. I know a couple of them. They keep the Ada where she needs to be. Not a knot expert. But as Christy always says, if you can't tie a knot, then just tie a lot. That pretty much does it for the tour. Actually, there are always more things to see. Christy's inside this store here called Petals and Produce. I'm just sitting outside. Last sign, not 1700s, but 1900s, maybe 200 years after Blackbeard was active in this town, was the James Adam Floating Theater. This sign happens to be right next to the public lot, in which at the end of is a dock, and at the end of that dock is a little boat called Ada.